If you cherish serenity and security, brace yourself because those are precisely what you won't find in this video, starting with this infernal wave pool. If you've ever wondered what it's like to be slammed by a tsunami or experience the plight of a spider flushed down the toilet, well, buckle up. Ah, the joys of adulthood, where transforming a Hot Wheels set into the ultimate water slide reigns supreme. Slide loops? Who knew such marvels existed? Regardless of the temperature, this will send shivers down your spine. What could be more exhilarating than plunging into icy oblivion, held aloft by a few springy ropes? Sure, the views are breathtaking, but can one truly appreciate scenic beauty while trembling like a leaf in a hurricane? Some folks just aren't cut out for this. If you don't mind waking up with multiple bruises, feast your eyes on this chaos. Comfort takes a back seat when chaos reigns supreme. Claustrophobia? Forget about it. Is this a gateway to another dimension? Sure, you could zip line from A to B, or you could take the leap from A to Z to H. What's more relaxing than being tossed around like a rag doll? Whoever convinced them to try this isn't a friend. They're a daredevil. Helmets are a good call, but I'm not sure how much they'd help if someone took a tumble from 1,000 feet up. Here's how to skyrocket the stress levels of everyone watching. Yep, I'm perfectly content with a regular dip in the shallow end of the pool. And that, my friends, is why you should stick to the safer options. Let others play the guinea pigs before it's your turn. Nope, if you're lacking matchsticks or flintstones to start a fire, just rely on this kind of heat and friction. When you upgrade from your childhood trampoline to the big leagues, remember guys, belly flopping is a no-go. This is how you transform those GTA missions into real-life thrills. One downside, though, is the absence of a safety net, like in video games. Searching for adrenaline-pumping activities is an endless cycle, but who can resist a nice bike ride in the treetops? If you want to taste the feeling of leaping off a building without the full commitment, here's your chance. As far as techniques go, I definitely wouldn't recommend following his approach. This kid must have thought he was playing Super Mario. When your craving for swinging higher at home escalates into the extreme, just remember one thing for this jaw-dropping leap-out experience. Don't forget the bottle opener. That's exactly what it feels like to dive off a building into a haystack when playing Assassin's Creed. All he needs to work on now is the assassin part. If we trust waiters to carry stacked plates of expensive food to our tables, then we can trust these guys too, right? Here's how you can literally live life on the edge. I'm not trusting my legs enough to skip like that though, and if that isn't the stairway to heaven, I'll be disappointed. If we ever run out of guns and ammo during a war, it's reassuring to know that the human catapult is there for the government's needs. If she runs out of steam halfway across, she's going to be in a bit of a pickle. Where's a giant hamster when you need one? POV. A donut plunging into 1,000,000 sprinkles. It's the way she would have wanted to go. Some kids get scarred by watching scary movies too soon. Others by rides that spin you 1,000,000 miles an hour. The skill to make incredibly unsafe-looking things safe is seriously underrated. The construction notes must have read, "Build something heart attack-inducing." Putting your life in someone else's hands, especially this high up, is nerve-wracking. But when the hand looks like this, it's a tad easier. This is not what he had in mind when they said, "do wheelies." On the bright side, Cyclop-powered energy could give wind turbines a run for their money. With balance like his, everything becomes a breeze. He puts damage control and dancing in the same league. Having wide-shaped feet really works against you here. Trying on shoes is challenging enough without adding vertigo to the mix. If you fancy a dinner reservation with a trackside view, this is the spot for you. But besides losing your train of thought, you could also lose an arm if you're not careful. Who would have thought a trip to Devil's Pool could be a heavenly experience? But let's be real, stunts like these require either titanium balls or brains of mush. Honestly, as far as date night activities go, this one's a deal breaker for me. Are you really going to trust a bit of glass to keep you safe from a man-eating reptilian monster? Here's the safest way to shove your annoying friends off a waterfall without the hassle. Anyone else wondering how she gets back up? If you think diving headfirst into the world's deepest pool is a breeze, then why not challenge yourself to a game of underwater chess or table soccer while you're down there? But if the fear of falling through the glass nearly makes you vault over the railing, well, let's just say it cracked up his friends. But he definitely wasn't laughing. Hanging out with friends takes on a whole new meaning at this place. Swing by and join the elite few who can claim they've been over the edge without tumbling down. They thought they were just going to see what food shopping is like for tigers, but little did they know, they'd end up being the groceries themselves. Getting whiplash while driving is one thing, but this takes it to a whole new level. Fall down the stairs at home and you're headed to A and E. Fall down these stairs and you're on a one-way trip to the grain, sliding into your crush's DMs with unmatched confidence. Forget water parks. This is where the real vibes are. I've seen snow sledding, but volcano boarding with speed to burn? In this case, we can truly say the floor is lava. Watching people do this for fun makes vertigo afraid of people. When life gets dull, just invent extreme sports for yourself, like backflipping into a swimming pool or hanging off the edge. Here's how you can feel like the king of the concrete jungle. But if watching something on screen is tough enough, then it's a surefire sign it's a bad idea. If standing on great heights isn't enough of a dizzying experience for you, the stratosphere's insanity has got you covered. And here's a roller coaster that'll tie your stomach in knots. I'm getting lightheaded just looking at it. I wish I had as much faith in myself as these people do in those harnesses. Talk about a trust fall. And here I thought leg day at the gym was brutal. The next day, good luck even standing up after conquering this climb. Don't let the mafia get their hands on this, or else their intimidating tactics will reach a whole new level. I've always wanted to stroll on a horizontal version of the Eiffel Tower, said somebody at some point. When you're tired of skimming stones, try skimming yourself across the water. It's all about the journey, not the destination. And when your destination feels like it's straight into the jaws of Godzilla, well, let's just prolong the journey, shall we? When it seems like you're not even on the track to begin with, you're guaranteed an off-the-rails experience. There's bungee jumping, and then there's taking a leap of faith like no other. My advice? Leave your phone behind for that one. Some hit the beach to sunbathe or build sandcastles. Others, they create giant slides and craft legendary moments. Forget about cheap cocktails. Here's how to make a splash on holiday. And definitely save the drinks for afterwards, or else what goes down might just come up. Sledding down a desert dune is perhaps the most thrilling and satisfying way to get sandy cheeks. If you're fearless enough to take on these exhilarating adventures, then you possess the bravery to conquer any challenge the world throws your way. But for this moment, we present you with a much simpler task. Embrace the excitement, join our community, and hit that like and subscribe button to stay tuned for more adrenaline-fueled escapades and unforgettable experiences.